normal morning. I'm out there feeding the homeless cats that people drop off at my house on the Tuolumne River, and I heard a man screaming, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I took a peek around the bush, and his head was bobbing up and down as he was yelling for help. I yelled at my neighbor lady to call for help as I chased him down the river. I couldn't get in the water, it's too deep, plus I can't swim myself. And so I would try to get his attention. He would look at me, but then as he looked at me, he'd go back down under the water. So I followed him along the edge, and there was nothing we could do. He just stayed in the current in that water. He wouldn't come towards me, and he wouldn't reach for the bank. I followed him all the way out there because I didn't want to leave him alone, because all his head was bobbing up and down so I could see. And I saw him headed for a bank, and then at that time was when everyone started to arrive, firemen and everyone came out there, and they saw him. And I went down there to tell him exactly where he was at. But even then the current was taking him, and he was just moving so fast that there was just nothing anyone could do. And he seemed to like grab onto things, but he would let go and move on. And I don't know if he was in shock. His face was red, and he'd look at me, and then he'd go back under. I felt like he could hear me. But I felt like he was in shock, and there was just nothing anybody could do. Definitely an act of God, and definitely an act of God to save that man's life today, thanks to the helicopter rescue and their excellence. There's zero residential area out there for this man. He would have been lost forever in the wilderness. I mean, there's just no way. I've been down there many times on my kayak, and there are no homes out there. Mine was like the last resort. Yeah, I would love to meet this gentleman because I just want to tell him thank you, because he just instilled a stronger belief in God. That I just happened to be there at that time and that moment, and I could reach out to him, and my heart went out to him as a human being to the struggles that he was going through, and to be drowned in that water, no one ever to see him again. So my thoughts were with him as I chased him down the river, trying to call him, into my direction to try to help him. 66 years old, and I do cardio fitness. I do moves fitness. I do Zumba fitness. I participate in UJAM, and it paid off. I was winded, but I could keep up. I fell a couple times. I lost my shoes in the mud, but I got back up.